Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Red Black here. So we're just gonna do a quick check-in video for the free-to-play account. So just kind of give you guys a quick update. Not too much going on. I worked today, so I didn't get to spend as much energy as I normally would. But where did we go? So I'm in Brutal finally, and I have progressed all the way up through Palace of Aravia. Um, with by doing using both my champions, using Kale and Deacon, just to get all the stars, just to get as much of these resources as we can, right? Um, Building up that stockpile of resources helps. Look at I started today at 1 million silver, and then just by doing all of this, I've managed to get up around 2 million, or over 2 million. So I did kind of stop here. It started getting really challenging. I wasted almost an entire 99 energies worth trying to beat this guy right down here. And I did not do it. And then when I came back from work today, I tried again and probably went through about 50, 60 energy just trying to three-star this. I don't advise that. It wasn't a an ideal use of my energy, but it's what I wanted to do. And then once I three-starred, I mean, because you don't have to three-star it. I had already unlocked Palace of Arabia. This was easy to three-star all the way down. Maybe I had to do a little bit of manual, but I got it on the second try for most of those. This one proved to be a lot harder, and I'm a little nervous. I think this one's going to be more difficult for me in the long run. So I decided to stop focusing on three-starring stuff and just start farming some champions. Now, I like farming. I mentioned this in the previous video. I like farming in Palace of Aravia because there's a chance I can get Eris, who I think is a really good champion, and it's a champion that I can use um, for clan boss in the future, as well as even just starting, just early game clan boss, throwing her in a toxic set, building her with a lot of health and defense, and just letting her throw poisons onto clan boss with her passive, um, can really add up some quality damage. So, um, and then eventually she's really good in unkillable teams and speed tune teams. So for right now, I really want to farm one of her, and you can get her out of Palace of Aravia. She hasn't dropped for me yet. I farmed all the other farmable champs that I want, except for her, which is a little disappointing, but I'll get her eventually. Um, and it's just a great time. I'm in being in Brutal, leveling is so much faster. Ideally, I'd want to be farming on 12-3 Brutal, but I don't even think Kale could at level 50 could solo 12-3 Brutal. Like, he doesn't have masteries or anything, so I'm not really worried about that at the moment. Um, Elsewhere in the game, that's where I've mostly been focusing. If we look at my champion pool, you'll see that I have quite a few. I've finally leveled up the monks to full 40. That's going to give them more HP in order to and defense, probably, in order to last longer against clan boss. So hopefully I'll get a little bit more damage out of it. Speaking of clan boss, we can take a look here and see that wrong button. So I talked about how I would probably be able to 4-key normal the other day. Um, and I almost 3-keyed it. So if we look at normal, 3.31 million. Um, and I need 3.6 in order to get the full key. So I need to improve a little bit there, but for the most part, I'm doing really well. Um, I'm so this is where it gets tricky. I have one key left today, and I think I'm going to use it on easy. I don't know for sure that I can one key easy. It's partly an experiment, but it's also a balancing act to increase my resources. So could I guarantee a chance at some of these really good resources? Like the jump from warrior chest to knight chest is pretty big. And that's good, but I'm starved for good quality resources. So if I can one key this and get a chance at 4 times the resources instead of only 2 times the resources on normal, I think that's better in this scenario. Now, also, because if you look at the last team that I did normal with, these guys were not maxed out yet. So I was holding myself back there a little bit. So I'm hopeful that by doing easy with them at level 40 now, I might be able to squeeze some more damage out, get a 1 key on it. But then tomorrow, going into normal, I can probably succeed with this 3 key. So the easy will kind of give me an idea of how that's going to play out. But I still think, this early in the game, hedging my bets and trying to optimize my value. Now, if it was something where it's like, oh, do I want a 4 key nightmare or do brutal and hard? I would probably say, boom, you 4 key nightmare because the resources here are so much more rare. But when we're talking about normal, we're really only talking about like ideally what I would want to get out of this is going to be the epic tome. And I'll be okay if I don't, get an epic tome on this run. So, easy it is. So we're gonna do this on recording here. Now, the one downside is that I leveled up my War Maiden, and she's not not leveled up. So like I ranked her up, but she's not leveled up. So I'm gonna have to probably just have her die, but it is what it is. Um, oh, and this is really bad affinity for me too, so that's not ideal. This might be a pretty rough a rough outcome here, but we'll see. I landed the decreased defense, so I don't need the weaker one from her. Apply the poisons. Good. I'm getting the poisons to land. Nice. That's actually a really good start here. Um, and I still got the crit. That's satisfying. He's gonna hit hard this time around because he's positive affinity here, which is good. See, there's a weak hit. That's unfortunate. Um, we will go for the poison again. Nope. Yeah, so she did die right away, and so did even him at level 40, which is a little disappointing. I would have really liked to see him um, survive a little bit longer there, but yep, no hits there. That's disappointing, but we just got to keep grinding at it. Once I think that's a really good stun for me. That's probably the best possible stun that I could have got there. Because really we just want him putting his poisons on, so that's like a free turn. Him dying there sucks. I would have liked to get another turn out of him to be able to apply another um, round of poisons. But yeah, we got one there. I'll take it. It's not ideal. We are definitely very tanky on this difficulty. We're getting a lot of rounds in, which is really satisfying. I think I'm going to auto here. There's really not too much more manual that I need to do. Actually, I think I'm okay with that stun because he can heal up. So definitely a little, very tanky. I'm very satisfied with how tanky we are. Getting a lot of we got a lot of poisons there. A lot. Partially, this has to do with it being not a great affinity for me. I probably should pay closer attention to that when deciding if I'm gonna do normal or uh, or easy next time. Because if normal had a if I knew the affinity was here and I couldn't 1-key it, that would probably be because it's not looking good. I mean, we're at, unless I start getting a couple double turns here with Kale, he needs to get a turn here. Yeah. So not going to be able to 1-key it. We're not there yet. So I think my next steps are probably going to be, and 700k is not bad. Like we're getting 761. Did I just fall short? 746. Yeah. So we're getting a novice chest. We get a little bit extra stuff. That's fine. Ideally though, I really would have liked to be able to 1-key it. So, but we learned, right? We're not there yet. We're not able to 1-key. Maybe if War Maiden's health is a little higher, I probably need to re-gear these guys a little bit. And that's definitely doable. I mean, they're mostly in 8 and 12 stars. So I think this is the guy that survived because he does have HP boosting stuff. But like, yeah, we've got 1-star gear on some of these guys. And honestly, I probably geared them mainly just looking for as much accuracy as possible. So what I think I'll probably do is, obviously I need to keep accuracy in mind. He's only got 12 accuracy. And he's got 34. So I'm going to have to go through some of my gear sets here. I do have a lot of better gear options, including a lot of speed gear too. So if I can manipulate, and accuracy gear, if I can manipulate some of this speed and accuracy gear, maybe even throw on some of this perception gear, um, I might be able to get some better performance out of those guys to be able to possibly one key. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit, probably tomorrow. Um, but for right now, hey, I'm pretty satisfied with the results there. Do I have a barbarian ring? I don't. Okay. So I'm just looking to see what characters I do have rings on. So I think I just got rings for all the starter champions. They give me one of each. So um oh, that's some other good news on the account here. I got Spirit Host. So Spirit Host is really solid. Um, she brings a big increased attack when ascended. So ideally, she's going to be an arena champion, but also going to be good for um, waves on, and honestly, just boss damage in general. So, because she can bring increased attack to my team. And she brings up block debuffs, which is quite interesting, and a cleanse. So and a self heal. So Spirit Host is a pretty valuable champion early game. For me, I'm looking at her to be a champion for my arena team. So when I take arena more seriously, we're gonna do Deacon Armstrong first into Spirit Host buffing attack, um, and then Kale hitting hard. Now, in between that, I could either put another debuffer or another nuker. Right now, I just don't have any other nukers. So, for now, it really doesn't matter who else. We're just going to run kind of a three-man team with an extra body just in case. Probably War Maiden to be the extra body. So, but that's going to be the team that I'm going to focus on in the future. I'm leveling her up kind of slow because she's not a priority for me. Spirit Host will probably be leveled up to 50 and never beyond that, and probably be food much later into the game when I get better increase attack champions besides her. But for early game, very viable champion that is going to benefit my account greatly. Um, the other thing is we did complete our mission of getting 4 guys to level 40. So now we just need to do stage 1 of Spider's Den. I haven't done it yet. Let's see how it looks. I feel like it's going to be relatively easy. We're just going to bring my normal. I'd love to bring Armiger, but I don't know that Armiger, he's not even, yeah, he's just level 3, no gear. So we won't bring him for this particular run, but Armiger is going to be in future spider runs for the turn meter reduction to try and keep the spider from taking a turn. But I feel pretty confident that we're going to do good with this team. So I'm going to leave it on auto here. Yeah, we make quick work of the spiders. I need him to use his decrease. That's I don't like the move that he just did. I wanted to decrease the turn meter on the spider, and that's why I didn't want the spider to get that turn. I mean, they would have eventually, but yeah, see that I wanted that earlier. But I think I get why the AI in the game does that, because it helps refresh his chance to put the decreased defense down. But anyways, and there we go. So we got Spider pretty good. I don't want this at all. I'm just gonna sell that. There's no I would rather go without a ring than put one of those on there. I've already done this, and I've already done this. So now we start part 2, and we get another 300 gems. And even right away, I've already made a lot of progress here. So stage 5 of or higher of Ice Golem's Peak 10 times on auto. So that one I feel pretty confident to be able to do. I just don't have the energy. I'm all tapped out. So that's probably going to be it on the video. I do want to give an arena update because I haven't really been giving them. I'm Silver 1. I'm running a full defense. I've mentioned in other videos that you may not want to run a full defense if you're not actively trying to rank up very high. However, there is a challenge, and I don't know if I've achieved it or not yet, but there's a challenge to I must have done it. Yeah, win a defense. And so I put in a solid defense so I could win a defense. And then now I'm just pushing through these. The other thing with that, I am going to finish upgrading my gem mine. So my gem mine is now fully upgraded. That's going to give me optimal gems. So the next thing for my gems is to hit 800 gems and then get full masteries on my Kale. That is going to be the biggest boost. Well, it's not because he's not going to have 6-star. But that's going to boost my damage out of Kale quite a bit. We really want him to get 6-star as soon as possible so we can get War Master, and that's going to help my boss damage, but mostly that's going to help my clan boss damage. So, leveling up Kale and getting him all masteried out is going to be one of my next steps as well. So I do want to look real quick since I have them in here about their auras. 19 in all battles, 10 in all battles. So if you choose not to go with Deacon, farming up a Spirit Host can really help you in the early game with speed and everything like that. So a little bit of work to do on the account, mostly in regards to gear. During this artifact enhancement event is a great time to be focusing on my gear and building it up. I mean, I can get a few extra gems, some extra energy, silver, chest, stuff like that. So this event is still going on tomorrow. So probably tomorrow I'm going to burn through my energy. Probably doing uh probably doing Ice Golem, which I can already clear this, so that's good. And then after I farm up that Ice Golem, then I'll spend some silver and gear up some of the champions for clan boss. So I might even do it tonight, probably off camera, just or off stream or recording or whatever you want to say. Just take a look at some of the where did I get that from? Oh, oh, okay. I know what I got that from, I think. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, probably just get these guys geared up a little bit better, some HP chests, some defense chests, um, looking for a little bit of accuracy and see what I can do with them. And then War Maiden, I need to get her leveled up. I literally just threw this set together. This isn't a very good gear composition for her. I was just trying to throw gear on her, and I had decent enough speed gear. So I want her to go before Kale, but because Kale is in my lifesteal gear, he has the highest speed boots on my account right now. Let's look at primary what kind of speed boots I have. So these are going to be pretty good. I need to level these up. It sucks that they only have resistance, but you know it is what it is. And then these are really good, actually. These are really, really good speed boots. I think those might need to go on my Deacon, and I need to find a speed set somewhere else because those are really, really good speed boots. A lot better than these common ones. So, and mainly because if we look at the fact that it comes with HP percent as well. The crit rate, not so much, but the fact that I'm bringing HP percent, that's really huge. And if I get a couple of procs on the crit rate here, these could be future boots for my Armiger. That would be really good. So, yeah, but these are probably worth leveling for the monks. This might be worth putting some silver into, getting them to level 12, and putting them on the monks to get them a little bit, several more turns, while also getting me accuracy. So putting that on one of the monks is really going to be handy. So, anyways, that's it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.